Hi there, this is part 2 of my story. My name is Jennifer, and folks that know me well can call me Jen. In part 1, I talked about how I kind of came into care and, well, what is now care and Kimberly and Goguen initiatives, and some of what my involvement was. I've described things connected to Life Force and UNN, and then I moved into what became care and care food security and other initiatives. So here I'm going to pick that up. I had become, through trying to keep care food security from just toppling, when Max Lowen was removed as the sort of leader of that area, and other people that were loyal to Max that were heading those sort of subgroups were also had also left. I stepped into facilitating these meetings and leading that project. So in care food security, one of the main objectives was to create a website that was like a database. And the idea was we would match people that were growing food in various areas to people that were wanting to buy that kind of food in similar areas. And it was going to be pretty simple because you could just match them up by postal codes within a certain radius. And there was also then trucking and transport, how to get that there if people couldn't organize it themselves. So it wouldn't have been quite difficult. What was really difficult was gathering all those resources and all that information. And we had wonderful people from all over the world contributing website links and farmers market links and farming links. And, it was just going to be spectacular. However, as the facilitator of that, I couldn't get anywhere coordinating the website direction from care. And I was told repeatedly that, oh yes, there's definitely a website. It's being worked on for months and months and months. And even though we kept going, at a certain point, we just had to have the actual implementation of the website, and it never came through. While all that was going on, I was experiencing wonderful meetings with people who were contributing from their heart as volunteers, but I was seeing that from the leadership, there was just sort of like crickets for the most part. And that was surprising to me, because if you are a master strategist, then you would give more direction than, oh, yes, well, for now you can start a water restoration program, but only for potable water. We'll deal with environmental water separately in some other separate thing, which I never heard anything about. Still haven't heard anything about to this day, through the work of others, because I left the organization, and I'll tell you a little bit about why. So, as you can see, I had quite a lot to do with the New Zealand National Assembly when that was going to be a thing. I was the treasurer for that. And I had quite a lot to do with United Network News and its production team and evolution. And quite a lot to do with the care food security, and also had connections and participation in the trauma recovery centers and in adult education. And I was committed, and I was grateful, and I was, happy to help. Then one day, when the person heading UNN, Mike Schneider, decided that he didn't want me in production anymore, and it was kind of a cooked up reason that really didn't make any sense to me, just dismissed me. I wrote a note. It was around Christmas time that year. I wrote a note to the team members that I had worked closely with, just saying, hey, look, Mike's removed me from all of the threads. I'm just writing to you personally because I'd like to say to you that I've really enjoyed working with you, and happy holidays. I hope you have much joy and cherished memories with your family. It was something like that. That was about it. I was later told by Lisa Thomas, on behalf of Kimberly and Goguen, that I was raining haterade. I was conducting a haterade campaign about Mike Schneider. And she had come to view me the way she viewed Tank, in terms of the way Tank was attacking Lisa Thomas. She viewed me attacking Mike Schneider. And I sat there in just shock, patiently listening to all this, realizing that this is all a lie. And here's why that helped me know that this is all a lie, because I knew that I was volunteering all of this, which meant that I was taking time away from my family. I have 2 children, and I was taking time away from my business. We own our own business, to do all of these things to try and help the world, help make it a better place for my children, and help have something worth remaining in business for. So I was making this a priority. It was really from a pure place in my own heart. And I knew that I wasn't raining some haterade campaign on this person. I had said these things to cohorts. So if Kim had the quantum computer and it was real, then it would have been used, and it would have discerned what the real truth was. So either the quantum computer doesn't exist, which makes this whole kind of basis of her having a special discernment and strategic tool a lie, or this master 5D strategist didn't use a tool in her really, where it was applicable to her quite upper echelons of this aspect of what she claims are as projects. And that means she's not a master strategist. So that's a lie. Something's a lie. Something crucial, fundamental, foundational is a lie. Now, I had the benefit of a very painful, horrible experience to show me that without question. That experience made it so I didn't have to question or argue. Wow, is she really, did she really reprogram the computers in the defenses of some foreign country to turn their missiles back to point at them? What a great stroke of strategy that she claimed she did. I didn't have to debate any of those kinds of claims because I could never have evidence for that. And as far as I can see, she's never had evidence either. She just says them with assertiveness. And that's supposed to, be taken as, oh yes, this is true. So what I did have was the absolute direct knowledge that I was pure in my desire to contribute, and from a place that was loving and generous and dedicated. And I had just been treated like a doormat with feet wiped on me and just like I was nothing. And I thought as well, so that was inconsistent and there was a lie in there, and I got to know that. But I also realized there is just no way that my experience in terms of communing with the source of all that is, or the highest creator of all that is, or however you want to say that, operates out of alignment of unconditional love, which is an expansive kind of state. The anger, the curse words, the constant battling, all these things that are claimed, and ways that people are berated and left like all the hours that they've just contributed from their lives are worthless and nothing. That's not consistent with unconditional love. That's not consistent with any experiences that I've ever had communing with the Creator. So those two things were probably my greatest informers personally. And I just want to share this and encourage other people to share their stories where they have realized this is a lie, because I didn't have that benefit. I just kind of went with the stories that she spun because it sounds like she knows lots more than me. And geez, in retrospect, this could be a photographic memory and lots of movie watching and documentary watching and playing into people's fears, people having lost their tribe during the whole COVID experience. Ultimately, it was like leaving a cult when I left the Kimberly and Goguen narrative. And that's a whole nother journey I'll talk about in part 3. Stay tuned.